Hey, this is Sam from Old Barn. If you watch our social media and stuff at all, I talk about we're wanting to buy turkey skins. We want to shoot just a quick video to show you guys that want to get your breast meat out, how it's the most less invasive way, so you don't really ruin the skin. Biggest thing I want to tell everybody is you can definitely have your breast out of it. You can take your legs off, your feet off, so you got your spurs. We'll show you how to take off your tail fan.
And their beard.
So the first thing you want to do, if we're going to buy this cape, what we're going to call it, this turkey cape, what we look for is we want good feathers, because what we're using it for is replacement for guys that have either shot with a broadhead or shot, like if you can see this turkey right here was shot this morning, and it got shot really hard right there in the neck. So if this gentleman wanted to mount this turkey, it's going to make a terrible looking product. But what we can do, we can use your head, your feet spurs, your tail fan, your wings, and your beard. We just replace this part of the cape, or this part of the bird, which is what we're calling the cape, just for deer reasons. That's what I call stuff. But anyhow, we're going to show you, we will give $25 in-store credit for nice bird capes that come in. And if you guys want to get your breast meat out, we can't give you breast meat back, just simply because of the liability. You know, nothing in here is sanitized. We don't want to give you something, you go home, you get salmonella or whatever, and it just will cause problems we don't want. But if you want your own breast meat, we're going to show you how to take this out, or you can bring it in whole like this guy did, and we can set the table out and we can work you through it. We'll actually help you, but we'll let you take your own breast meat out. So anyhow, first thing we would do, you want to keep your beard, so you just, and this one's already gone, but you're just going to grab that beard and you're going to grab it really close, and you're just going to pluck it. I mean, you just pluck that beard right out. You don't have to cut it out, you don't have to do anything. You just grab a hold of it tight, and pluck it out. So that way you got your own beard, and you get to keep your beard. So now Tom's going to show you, when we mount a bird, we like to go leg to leg incision. But we understand that's going to be harder for the hunter to do. So there's another way. It takes a little bit extra time for us, but we're going to show you the easiest way to get your breast meat out. So Tom's going to come in here and show you just what you need to do for that.
All right. And these birds, you can part these feathers, so you're not really cutting through any feathers. There's almost like a natural part right here, and you can cut right down that. So just follow right down the center where there is no feathers.
You can see that there. Tom's parting that up.
It looks like a bare spot, but it's not, and it does continue all the way down.
So basically, you're just going to come in here and just do what we're doing.
Yep.
See how that's just peeling back in there?
And if you need to spray it with water, that helps too, but it'll hold them separate for you. And just try to make your cut as straight as possible, just because we're going to sew this up and we want it as straight as possible. Part that, would you see?
Mm-hmm. And you can see it helps just to have two people. But you can do it in one. Tom does it all the time in one.
Yep,
But we're trying to do this for the...
And just cut down to the end of the breast. So the meat stops right there. So that's where we're going to stop our incision. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's going to still be difficult to get the breast out. So it's safer to cut it a little extra, just so you don't tear the skin when you're trying to get the breast out. So we're going to go up a little bit further. But right there on that ball right there is where I always start, and then I go to the end right there. But I'm going to cut it up further just so we don't tear it. So it's still a nice straight line. And it is better to cut up further just so you don't tear it. And then the skin will just kind of peel off pretty easy.
Yeah, a lot of that you can kind of do with your thumbs, can't you, Tom?
Yeah, once you get it started, yep. And this bird is fresh, it's still warm, so it does skin eat pretty easy. See?
That's another key. You want to do it while it's fresher.
Right. Once it gets stiff, it gets a little more difficult. But once you get it started, like Sam said, you can do a lot of it with your hands. Just once you get that started, see us grabbing right there, just cut that tissue loose, and then you can get your thumbs in there. It's pretty durable skin. It doesn't tear very easy. It's not like a duck.
This works too, guys, if you're wanting to send us up a bird to be mounted. You know, cut some of the weight out, makes it freeze up easier. It's just pushing that,
Just
down.
push it down.
Just opening that up.
It doesn't take a lot of force either. If it doesn't want to peel easy, then I'd use my knife again. Alright, that's about done.
A whole lot of meat in there.
Yes, there is.
You know, that's a bad thing about when you do want to get a bird mounted. If if you do bring it in and you're going to have to just drop it off, we don't give meat back. I mean, it's just a liability we don't wish to have. But we will help you do this if you guys want to stick around. And
Right. The hardest part is when you're going to breast this out now is to get all that meat right there where the wing attaches. But really don't want to cut it up too much further because we want to keep that nice. Because we are going to sew that, because when we mount it, we're going to cut it from leg to leg. So we will have to sew this incision up. And then just to breast it out, it's pretty straightforward.
Tom's done several thousand of these in his career.
It is easier, like I say, if you could split it up further, but since we want this cape, this is about as far up as I do want to go. And when you get down about this far, if you cut too deep now, you're going to cut into the back. So just be careful when you get almost through the breast, because then you'll hit the back side of the bird, which is right there. So if you cut too hard down right now, you're going to cut the back. And you just kind of got to feel right here, because you really can't see, but just take it slow and
there you go. That's So I mean, it's really it's not that hard to do. And anywhere we cannot buy wild meat. I mean, that is not. But have talked to our DNR agent. He's fine with us buying capes and buying the heads. We just need you to have that meat. And if they come in, and Tom usually gets here around 10 o'clock. He works a morning job. So when you come in, we can do this right on the back of your tailgate. We can work you through it. Or if you guys are from far away and you can't make it in here, that's the best way to get that meat out of here. Do you want to shoot real quick on how they can get that tail fan off? If they want to do that tail fan, Tom?
Yeah, we can.
We can get this side out next, but
It's always easier if you can just stand it up. And these feathers right by its butt, these long ones, you can fold these down, and then you can see the base of the tail right there. And then, you want to hold these legs for me, Sam?
Yeah.
This is where it's nice to have help right here. So just push those down, and again, there's kind of like a bare spot right there. And just cut along the base of it, just right. It is nice to have a pair of side cutters. And
if you want to leave that tail fan on, we appreciate that too. I mean, we need feathers. Occasionally we'll get shot up and we got to replace a feather or two. I mean, it's just nice to have some of those parts so we can make the finished product if somebody's spending a lot of money to get a nice turkey mount. It's always nice to have something with some good feathers in it, ain't it, Tom?
Yep. This tailbone is right here. You can, if you can't get it with a knife, you can use like a pair of wire cutters. Makes it a little easier. And then what we want on this side of it is, we do want the back too. So if you are going to save your tail, these will fold down just like the back did.
Yeah, because we're going to need those feathers.
Yeah, we're going to want those too.
We're going to need those feathers right there.
And then just cut along the front, just how we did in the back. Kind of where there's no feathers. Right by this oil gland. Cut right behind it. And just follow the curve of the tail. And that will give you your tail, and then we would get all the back feathers. That's right. There we go. And if you can't get it with your knife, a pair of side cutters works really good.
Just for that tailbone.
Yep. And sometimes the scalpel's doesn't have quite enough backbone to break that. And then just meet your cut on the back.
I mean, it's literally that easy, guys. So if you're wanting to keep your fan, I mean,
Get your fan, and then that one row of feathers that's in front of the fan that everybody wants also.
Yep. If you don't need that fan, definitely leave it on that cape because we can use that. As far as getting your legs off, so you don't do a lot of evasive, just bend them up, can't get them unstiffened.
And then cut right on that joint right there. Right where there's no feathers, and then bend it back.
And that's just it's that easy. And see, we have all them feathers left for that cape for the next guy. So now if you do shoot your bird up and it's really shot up like this one is, okay, we don't necessarily want this cape. You know, we got to have cape with good feathers in it. But we do need these heads. I mean, there is places, like I had a call this morning. One of our clients actually lobbed one off with a broadhead, so we're gonna have to get a replacement head for him, which is no issue. I mean, we do it, we can do it easy, but these are highly valuable to us. So if your cape's shot up, if it's just all beat to heck, we're not gonna want it. You can just come back in here, just get about 2 inches down from that wattle and lop that head off. That is a value commodity. We're giving $6 for heads this year, or we're giving $25 for full capes. We can help you do this here. I mean, if it's intimidating and you don't want to do it, we'll definitely give you a hand. We're gonna have to do it maybe on the back of your tailgate, or we'll pull a clean table in. Big thing is I want you guys to take that meat out yourself. I don't want to handle that meat just for liability reasons. But I hope everybody's enjoying this turkey season. We want to shoot this quick video. We're supposed to get, what, 8 inches of snow tonight, some kind of crazy stuff. So we all got the coronavirus syndrome. We're scared to even be next to one another, but I know Tom's probably.
Well, I already got it from you if you got
it.
Yeah,
so we sprayed him down. So we're not shaking hands no more. I'm not giving hugs. That's killing me because I love to shake hands. Yeah, well, I'm worse than Mo Biden, so I'm a huggy sniffy guy. So hope everybody has a great season. Remember the Old Barn here. We got a couple of great bird guys. We're doing lots and lots of stuff. So God bless y'all.